Welcome back to the weekly recap. I'm Matt Wacker. We here at Fidelity 6 had some fun on October 13th, all for a good cause. Joined by a handful of other sponsors, we hosted Trivia Night to benefit the Rolla Mission, a shelter for the homeless. Teams squared off to claim fact supremacy, and a silent auction helped boost donations totaling $5,100 by the end of the night. Take a look.
So, how are we doing this evening? Ready to have some fun?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, good deal. Well, I am Matt Wacker, Video Production Manager here in Rolla for Channel 6. Thank you to all of you for being here this evening, and also like to express my sincerest thank yous for supporting Fidelity 6 over these last 8 years. In the last 8 years, we've produced some 800 games in these local communities, not just Rolla, but in Lebanon and Salem and so forth. And we couldn't continue to do that without your support. Big round of applause to Brad for putting this on, organizing this. Did a fantastic job. All of this, of course, is in support of the mission. And Ashley, all of this that we're doing this evening is getting them prepared for winter. So I think she wants to say a few words.
The thing that I am the most stunned about as I look around this room tonight is I think about how far we've come in just a year or so. I'm going to try really hard not to cry. But I really am just so full of gratitude for all of you being here tonight and supporting the people that we help. This winter is coming up and it's already so cold outside, and I'm just so grateful that you are going to allow us to open our doors again this winter for people that don't have any shelter, and that we will continue to be able to feed everyone that comes to us that's hungry. Thank you.
Officials at Missouri S&T were notified last weekend of anti-Semitic symbols being spray painted on university property. Interim Chancellor Chris Maples has released a statement in response. Quote, "There is no place at Missouri S&T for such bigotry and hatred. We are in the education business, and that education extends beyond our classrooms. We are entrusted by parents, families, and society to provide an outstanding education experience for our students. We will always foster a welcoming and inclusive environment that supports the student experiences and learning." The university is investigating the incident. According to the CDC, 240,000 women in the U.S. get breast cancer each year, and 40,000 die from the disease. To find out about screening and prevention, we spoke with registered nurse Tiffany Henry, the breast center coordinator at Phelps County Regional Medical Center.
The best protection against breast cancer is going to be early detection. So getting your yearly mammograms, doing your self-breast exams, and having a good idea of what your breasts normally look and feel like. So you can report changes to your physician early, because the earlier you detect breast cancer, the more treatable it is. There are a lot of conflicting guidelines out there regarding when women should start screening and how long they should continue. So here at the Comprehensive Breast Center, we continue to follow the American College of Radiology and Society of Breast Imaging, who they recommend yearly mammograms after age 40, and you should continue to have a yearly mammogram while you're still in good health, and if you would still treat your findings on imaging, then you should continue to have a mammogram. From age 35 to 40, you can have one baseline mammogram. Studies have shown that yearly mammograms are very safe and benefit women. The newest things in screening and detection is going to be 3D mammography. We started doing 3D mammography in 2015. Takes multiple different images at different angles and reconstructs those into a 3D image, so finer detail, more image clarity. 3D mammograms have about a 30 to 40% higher cancer detection rate than traditional 2D, being able to find smaller, breast cancer in earlier stages, so more treatable and easier to diagnose.
We'll be doing the 3D mammogram on you today, and what that entails is placing you in here 4 different times. Each time the paddle comes down, you're going to stay in compression, and you'll hear a 27-second scan. So you're going to hear 25 beeps. As the beeps go by, then it's going to keep you in compression. Once it's done, it releases you out of compression. Okay, breathe normally. You don't have to hold your breath at all.
Some risk factors that you can eliminate, things that you have in your control, or your weight. After menopause, estrogen is the main source of estrogen in your body is your fat tissue. So The more fat tissue you have, the more estrogen your body has, which can increase your risk for breast cancer. Obviously, no smoking. Alcohol, increased alcohol consumption can, increase your risk for breast cancer. So maintaining a healthy weight, limiting your alcohol intake, not smoking, living a healthy lifestyle, even with how much awareness there is. Around 30% of women still are not getting a yearly mammogram, even with all the awareness. So it's very important. It's still relevant. The more women you get in here, and the earlier we detect it, the better.
A West Plains woman was arrested on October 11th for allegedly signing and depositing 2 checks that had been reported stolen. 30-year-old Jessica Wake admitted to the forgery because she was hungry and needed food. 2 checks totaling $560 were deposited within a half hour of each other on October 5th. Wake told officers she found the checks in her home, didn't know who brought them there, and thought by making them out to herself that the money would overdraft her own account. She was released on a $4,500 bond. Is it too early to think about St. Patrick's Day? The folks at Missouri S&T don't think so. A design competition is held annually to determine the button and sweatshirt designs for each year's celebration. Despite the rain and cold, supporters turned out at the Sunny Wall of University Book and Supply on October 12th to witness the unveiling of the winning designs.
I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to the 2019 Sweatshirt Reveal event. This is our 111th annual St. Pat's celebration.
And now, show them the new button.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The unveiling of this year's sweatshirt design. Baby reps, drop that tarp.
October usually marks homecoming for several area schools. Missouri S&T celebrated last weekend with their MINERFEST Fall Festival, which culminated in a football game against William Jewell University. Royalty was crowned at halftime. Darren Bourne, a senior in civil engineering from Lake Waukomis, was named homecoming queen. Jacob Hunter, a senior in mechanical engineering from Imperial, was named homecoming king. These 2 were selected after interviews and a campus-wide election that was held the week prior to homecoming. That's all for now. Until next time, I'm Matt Wacker. Thanks for watching. The Weekly Recap is brought to you by Rice Chopper, Cooking from Scratch, the UPS Store of Rolla, Bayard Dodge in West Plains, and the Ozarks Medical Center.
Whether you live in Thayer, Rolla, West Plains, or Lebanon, shopping for Halloween decorations and costumes should be fun, not scary. Better Business Bureau advises shoppers to rely on trusted merchants and check unfamiliar stores or websites with BUB before buying. Last year, the National Retail Federation reported that consumers spent more than $9 billion on Halloween costumes and merchandise. BUB receives dozens of complaints about costume stores and websites every year. Complaints range from deliveries that were late or never arrived to even poor quality and difficulty obtaining refunds. Some consumers have complained about poor quality products such as costumes that ripped as they were being tried on or even removed from a package. In several cases, store employees told customers that they could not return the items because they'd been used, they were broken during the unpacking process, or were returned after a posted store deadline. Other retailers failed to mention that there weren't any returns. Some customers found stores closed when they returned to report a problem or customer service numbers had been disconnected. We want for you to be incredibly careful. Better Business Bureau has issued warnings in the past about specific websites that sell human and animal costumes. Here are some tips to help you avoid being haunted after Halloween is over. Customer satisfaction policy. Determine that the company's refund and return policies before you buy. If an online company cannot offer concrete commitment on how they will handle any potential problems, then reconsider doing business with them. Leave nothing to chance. Be sure you have a thorough understanding of everything involved before placing an order. Be very clear on the price and any shipping and handling charges. Make sure that you know any product or service guarantees. Federal law requires that goods and services be delivered within 30 days unless a different delivery period is specifically stated by the merchant. Guard your personal information. Only provide your credit card number online in a secure environment. Also, make sure to check anybody you do business with on bbb.org before you shop online.